Something is fundamentally wrong with me. That wound has played out in my business, in my life, in my finances.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be if you're a soulful entrepreneur who is ready to manifest an expansive business and life that includes that time, space, energetic, and financial freedom. I'm your host, Minerva Maharaj. I'm a certified spiritual coach, manifesting master, and founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching and Starseed Academy Coach Training. I'm so grateful you are here, and I promise I'll be giving you the stories, the strategies, the tips to create that life your soul came here to experience. Thank you so much again for being here. Let's dive into this week's episode.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Words of Wisdom. I'm excited to go into this episode with you, Healing a Deep Wound That's Playing Out in Your Business and Life, Part 2. So last week, I recorded a powerful meditation for you on how to release and heal a wound in your life. So I would go back and listen to that. And if you've already listened to it, then this episode will complement that and go deeper and anchor your healing even more. So, how do you heal a deep wound playing out in your business and life? So, I'll give you some background to this, why that's important. When you have a wound and it's playing out in your business and life, you will know because you will notice that there's this pattern in your life and you keep hitting a wall. And all of your experiences, whether it's in your business or your life or your money, keeps leading to the same type of circumstance or feeling. And that's how you know you have a wound, an unhealed wound, and that you're creating on top of this wound and it just keeps compounding. And so it's not until you heal this wound will things start changing in your life. You feel like you've created a new cycle, a new pattern, and start seeing a different outcome in your business, in your life, in your finances. So I'll share with you a deep wound that I've carried for my whole life. I'm 40 now. I know a lot of people say it's hard to believe, but I'm 40. And this was something I was very aware of for a very long time, like doing the personal development work for a very long time, well before I was a spiritual and manifestation coach. I was aware of this wound. I was aware of a lot of these experiences, and I've done a lot of work around healing this. Now, I know there's that common feeling of like, I thought I worked on this. Yes, there's just so many layers to it that you really don't know when the healing is over. And in my opinion, it's it just evolves and takes you deeper and takes you higher at the same time. So today and last week's episode, I feel will really take you even further. And when you go into my new group coaching program, the Manifest group, it really, really takes you to a place where you really heal it completely, is how I truly feel. That's what I've experienced. And when you heal and close up this wound completely, because when you think about it, you have this wound wide open and then you keep having these experiences and keep touching, it keeps digging at it. And these experiences and feelings compound on top of this wound that is split open and hasn't had time to fully heal. That's what my group coaching program does, the Manifest group, where we really heal it at the core and transcend healing to another level and take your manifestation, your power to manifest on a more solidified, empowered place of being. I'll talk about that more later. But today, I'm going to share with you my deep wound and some story around that. And then to help you locate your wound, I'm going to take you through 4 simple steps to locate it before you can even truly heal it. So, my wound has been something is fundamentally wrong with me. It's just a feeling I've carried my entire life. And unconsciously, I kept solidifying this belief, this feeling through different life experiences. And that experience there's so many things. And I really wrote out all the stories around this feeling, all of the memories, all of the, yeah, experiences, it just compounded and solidified this feeling, ingrained it more within me that something is fundamentally wrong with me. Now, I feel like I've done light years of healing around this in just a short period of time. And this is what I teach you in the manifest group as part of the manifest group. And so as I'm like talking about this, I feel so shifted from it. So something is fundamentally wrong with me. That wound has played out in my business, in my life, in my finances. It always starts at a very early age, before you were even 7, 8 years old. And for me, it played out in my extended and family life of, I would put on these shows and these plays and did it with pure joy and just love and fun. And often it was met with, why did you put yourself in the middle of the dance? Why do you always want to be front and center? Why? Just questioning my desires, questioning my joy and my bliss, questioning the way I expressed myself. And so I feel like we all have some level of that, of where we expressed who we truly are and we didn't think anything was wrong with it. And it was met with blame and guilt and shame and criticism and judgment. And so that's where it starts opening up that wound, where you feel this hurt, where you feel this pain, and you just don't have the emotional intelligence to understand what is going on. But all you know is that you can feel it because you have that energetic spiritual intelligence, because you come into this world, you are this energetic, light filled being, and you understand energy. You may not understand language, but you understand energy. You pick up on that. And so you can pick up, enough that something feels wrong here. So therefore, I must be wrong here. And that's where I feel these wounds start compounding. And so for me, it was family experiences, it was school experience, friends experiences, where, friends start leaving you out and you start growing and drifting, and you start having this separation, or, kids are going to be kids as well. And it compounds into this feeling of something is wrong with me. Now, I'm not saying this is your wound. I'm just sharing my story, and I'm going to help you locate what your wound is. But that feeling of something is wrong with me in my family life, my friendships, in school, especially in school for me, a lot of memories came up for me, school through with teachers and in the halls and with friends, and even in dating life, feeling like, when they would pick another girl over me, it always felt like something was wrong with me. And then lo and behold, the first career path I chose was like the number one industry to really pick at this wound, film and TV entertainment industry. And I pursued a career in as a dancer and actress, and that's like the number one career of rejection. The number one career to make you feel like something is wrong with me. So it wasn't by accident. See how this wound could play out and affects your decision making, affects the way you think, the way you feel about yourself, and therefore the path that you go down and the experiences that you go through. And then it also played out even in my coaching business and, as my career as a coach, and and plays out in finances too, that, I would make a lot of money and then spend the money, or, make a lot of money and then find myself in these pockets of, debt. And I would be like, well, what is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? And I go and question everything about myself, about my desires, about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and what is meant for me and all of that. And I cycle and I cycle, you spiral down that route. And so when you have this wound, it will play out. It will play out in your business. It will play out in your life. It will play out in your finances. It will play out in your relationships. And so obviously, we don't want that to be your experience, right? You're here to experience joy. You're here to experience love. You're here to experience and be the full expression of you, of that light filled God, energy that is within you. And that's why you put on this earth to be and be the expression of God, because you're God here in physical form. Okay, let's go and locate that wound. Okay, so hopefully this is resonating with you. Maybe it's already bringing up some feelings for you. That's great. Bring this to the forefront. We don't want to suppress it. And if this is too much for you, then permission to take this off, save it, come back to it later because it may bring up some emotion. But also, last week's episode on the meditation that I offer you in healing this wound, I will go back to and do that over and over and over again. And every time you do that meditation, you're going to feel lighter and reach a new level of being and frequency within you. So I would go and save that one. So, number one, we need to locate this wound. In order to heal it, you need to locate it. Okay. So, the steps I'm going to take you through is around locating this wound. So, number one, I want you to list out all the painful or uncomfortable experiences or any experiences and memories that come up for you that just didn't feel good, that you wish didn't happen, that caused some pain, challenges, suffering, didn't make you feel like your best self, made you feel small, made you feel like you had to dim your light, and they just weren't pleasant. So I want you to go ahead and list out all of those experiences. You may want to pause and come back to this, or you may want to listen to this all the way through and then repeat it. So, number one, you want to list out all of those painful experiences, those stories, those memories that come to mind. And I would just bullet point it. I wouldn't go writing pages and pages around this unless that feels good to you. But chances are, if you've been on this deep healing journey and personal development for a long time and self-awareness, you already know, and these stories have replayed over and over again. So list out all these stories. Once you have a list of those experiences, then I would like you to write number two, how did it make you feel? So list all of the emotions, all of the vibrations, or even all of the sensations in your body and where you felt it. How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel shame? Did it make you feel guilty? Did it make you feel disappointed, worried, fearful, anxiety filled? How did it make you feel? Tension, tightness, that twisting feeling in your gut. For me, it was all over my skin, like my arms, my neck, shoulders, all the way down to my arms, to my torso. And so the meditation I did really would help you purge those energies out of your body. And that's all emotions are, is just energy, emotion. And when you feel that tension and tightness and restriction in your body, that's just energy that's stuck in your body and hasn't been fully processed and purged out of the body. And that's where you're going to start giving yourself the space to really start healing these wounds when you can purge these energies out your body. So that's number two. How did it make you feel? Just list all of the emotions and feelings, the sensations that brought up for you or made you feel over time. Number three, what did it make you what did it make you believe about yourself? What did it make you believe about yourself? What did those experiences or feelings make you believe about yourself? You're going to notice when you go through that those bullet lists of stories and experiences, it all had a common feeling in place. Okay. For me, that was something is wrong with me. When friends ignored me, when friends cut me out of their life, something was wrong with me. When teachers played favoritism or I got really bad feedback from teachers, something was wrong with me. When I didn't book auditions, when, guys broke up with me or guys chose other people over me, something was wrong with me. So go through those experiences and write down, what is the theme? What is the common feeling? And what is the common belief? What belief did that form about you? What did you start thinking about yourself? And that would be your wound. Okay. And then number four, how did it play out? How did this play out in your life? Now, you might go back to the first question of all those experiences, but I want you to go deeper and even think about present day. of how has this played out in your life now, in your relationships, in your finances, in your career, in your business, if you have one, in your personal life, in your marriage, in your friendships. How has this played out? And this will bring new insight and awareness of, oh, crap, I can see how this has played out. And then from this space of awareness, step number 5, I'm putting an extra step in here, you can make a different choice. You can make a choice to let go of this belief, to let go of this wound, to not buy into this wound anymore, and to stop the cycle here. The buck stops with you. It stops now. But you do need to choose it from a conscious place in order to build a new consciousness around this new way of being and what you truly desire. And so, again, you want to go back to that meditation once you go through these steps, if you haven't already, and it will help you purge this. It'll help you eliminate and drain all of that old energy out of your system, out of your body. And so that you can move into a new state of being, of joy, peace, bliss, love, abundance. And so you can start creating that in your life, but you can't create a new pattern with the old pattern in place, with this old wound in place. So once you eliminate it and it's purged out of your system, then you've created space to implant and consciously build a new pattern, a new belief that is ingrained in the frequency of love, joy, peace, and abundance. So if you feel like you keep being bumped up against lack and scarcity and worry and fear and disappointment, it's because you still have this old wound in place. Okay, so go back and do that meditation. Go and do these 5 steps and let me know how this works for you, because it really will work if you work it. Okay, just don't listen to it and then be like, well, it doesn't work. You have to sit down and make the time to consciously do this work. And so I'll go through these 5 steps again to locate the wound. Is number 1, list out all the painful experiences that come to mind in those stories. Number 2, how did it make you feel? Number 3, what did it make you believe about yourself? Because this will be the wound. And how did it play out in your life? List present day experiences. And number 5, make a choice. What are you going to do with this knowledge? What are you going to do with this wound now? What choice are you going to make now? And then also go back and listen to this meditation from last week on healing the wound that's playing out in your business and life. It's a powerful meditation that will help purge all of that energy, help you center, get connected to your power in the present, and then solidify and start working on the frequency that will bring in more peace, joy, and love and abundance in your life. Okay. And then next, I would love you to visit the Manifest Group coaching program if this is resonating with you. If you're ready to take it to the next level, to solidify your being in one of peace, joy, love, and abundance, where you're not only experiencing the financial freedom, but you're experiencing it with the emotional and energetic freedom as well. To me, that is pure bliss and joy when you can have it all, and you can have it all. So in this program, we go deep and we work on I offer powerful and potent tweaks to your vibration, to your being, to create the reality that you want in that God-given mission that is in your heart, and co-create with God's source, your higher power, so that you are creating pure, sustainable peace, bliss, joy, and love in your life. And so if this speaks to you, then go visit. We'll leave the link below, and we are going to be starting soon. And I hope to guide you on this beautiful journey. Thank you so much for listening. Sending you all love and light.